District 12, listen up right here. There's a new name on the ballot for the Senate this year. My name is Linda Paulson, Republican and awesome. Love God and family and the Constitution. I tried to get another conservative to run. Nobody could do it, so I'm getting it done. I'm pro-religious freedom, pro-life, pro-police, the right to bear arms and the right to free speech. I want less government control and regulation, want to stop and expose all political corruption, whereas integrity, morality, accountability. Government programs should lead to self-sufficiency and support traditional family as the fundamental unit of society. But in schools, they're pushing for new beliefs. And just to clarify, as a female adult, I know what a woman is. I love this country. It's a blessing to be free, but freedom comes with responsibility. The Constitution needs to be protected, not
galaxy near you. This is Brothers in Booze. And here are your hosts, Greg Washington and Doug Ziegler.
Happy first and what the
nice little callback.
Yeah, look. That's it. That's where it needs to stop.
Agreed.
Like, Doug, this is the time where you say she lost. Say it, Doug.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I said it before. I was wondering if she was still alive, and you kind of gave me grief for that. But anyway, she lost, so that's good.
Well, Doug.
Happy birthday!
Yay! I think I have confetti somewhere here. Do I have confetti or something? Something, stars, balloons.
All of it.
What do we got, Doug? What do we got? Confetti. Yay! Doug, 7 years.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't even believe it. Doug questioned me on 7 years, y'all.
I was like, really? Because it doesn't feel that way, but clearly it is. So
it doesn't when you don't celebrate.
That's true.
So we're here to celebrate 7 whole ass years, Doug. What's in your glass?
Well, since it's 7 years, I grabbed a bottle that's 7 years old. Bourbon County Stout from 2019.
That would be the thing
that has been in my cellaring fridge for more than a few years. I was like, man, I don't think I have a beer that's 7 years old. And I'm like, oh, actually, I do. So, yeah.
Damn, Doug always. I have one too. All right, Doug. I have one that's how old, Doug?
I can't remember when I sent that to you.
Sent, gave, I don't know.
Hot damn. Woo. That is boozy.
What?
No, it's good. I said, hot damn, that's boozy, is what I said. The Bourbon County Stout. So I'm curious what you think of that beer.
You didn't say anything about it though, Doug. You just said it was.
It's Bourbon County style. It's not like anybody's not had this. I will say this is as they age. I think the booze always comes really forward on it as it ages for me at least. So 7 years old. It's not quite as full bodied as when you first get it, but man, it's boozy and tasty. So cheers.
Cheers. Oh, and I have this thing that Doug gave me. I don't know when from Catskill Brewing. It's a sour something, Doug.
Yeah, I can't remember what that one that I sent. So.
It's not bad. It tastes a little old.
Probably because it is. I will say Catskill Brewing makes excellent beers, and they're kind of they're in the middle of the Catskills, obviously, but they're out there in a little town in the middle of the mountains. So really great brewery if you can get to it.
I mean, it wouldn't be Brothers and Booze without.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce.
That song is so dumb and it never fails to make me smile and laugh.
I had started drinking out of the beer during Doug made us play Not Like Us for our pregame. And I started dancing and I opened up that beer. So I'm opening up another one, Doug, for our birthday celebration in a dirty glass, of course, right?
Yeah, mine was dirty too, so it's okay.
Well, it's our tradition. No reason to break tradition tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
My tradition is not to be able to show my. Oh, here we go. So, Doug, this beer here is from a brewery that I just put in my top 10 Wisconsin breweries.
Oh,
I visited there recently, and they are fucking banging. They are Fifth Ward Brewing.
Oh, yeah.
In Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I tried, was it 12 beers there? And 10 were exceptional, Doug. Top notch. And this vanilla double stout, Doug. Oatmeal stout. This is right up your alley, my man.
That's our guy. That's our guy, Jeff's. He loves the oatmeal stouts. So.
Jesus Christ.
So we're starting off with bangers, man.
So good. It's so good. The vanilla is not like it's just hanging out there nicely. You could tell that creamy oatmeal stout. It has that malty, wonderful chocolate background. I'm telling you, it's exquisite.
It sounds it. And the thing is, like, you're mentioning that brewery, like they had 12 beers, 10 of them were excellent. When I went to the Catskills Brewing, that's how it was. They had 10 beers in tap, and I tried all of them, and I think 9 of them were excellent. One that was just mediocre. So it's cool when you can get to a brewery and you're like, all right, cool. Everything I tried was good. Holy shit. It doesn't happen too often.
So quick recap before we get into looking back. We got some classic clips for y'all. It's going to be fun. I'm still geeked about this, dog. I'm still geeked about being an award-winning home brewer. And here is my medal. And I am so proud of it. Shout out to my boy.
Nice.
Shout out to my boy Dwayne here, who is the mastermind behind Holy Hop Noir Black IPA is the name of it. And there's my boy and I, Dwayne, last week at Central Waters. And Dwayne is an amazing home brewer and an all-around good guy, Doug. So, while we're here, Doug, this happened too.
Oh, you met the other Doug.
Past guest news. Yeah. I think I actually out-goofed him in this one. Maybe not.
Maybe.
And of course, Carrie's amazing and great and made that picture what it was. And Doug and I are just hanging out.
Yeah.
That's Central Waters. Central Waters. anniversary party was insane. So, Doug, I didn't know about this. So I got the VIP tickets because I do the Badger Beer thing and all that. And shout out to Anello, owner of Central Waters, for enabling that. It was amazing, right? So they they have a VIP before like general admission starts at like 3. The VIP starts at 12, Doug. And you get in the VIP. And I did not know this until I got in there. I got into the VIP, you get your tickets and all that. You get in and I start fishing for money. And they're like, oh no, it's free until 3 o'clock. It's what until 3 o'clock?
No wonder you sent a message later. I'm a little tipsy. I remember that.
And of course, I don't remember sending that message. That being wait, I look around. I'm like, what? Central Waters, the place that has 30, like 20 bourbon barrel beers, 10 barley wines. What? So yeah. So the rest, the next 5 hours were a blur, and part of the blur, the ending right here, Doug, was the photo bomb is why I'm showing y'all this. It's fucking hilarious. The guy in the back. That's me and Justin from Hoya Hop House. He's the
Okay.
there, and he's a great fella. But the only reason I'm showing this is because that photo bomb guy is he really accentuates that whole day. Actually, like that was the day. Like, was his face like? Yeah, that was it. So
Nice.
good times. That was a good times update. While we're talking about good things, I'm still happy about this thing, which is the Class of 25 collab with 9 breweries around Wisconsin that we will be brewing that beer in 3 weeks. So
Ooh.
y'all will be hearing more about that release in May. I'm super hella wonderfully proud of all those breweries and the collaboration coming together. So there's that.
There's a person that you do a beer show with that would really like it if he could get a can of that or something,
I'll work.
or a crowler. I'm not picky.
Probably could do that because it's all on draft, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure which breweries are doing crowlers of it. So we'll.
Anyway, if it's possible, I would appreciate it.
I know a guy.
That's good. You know lots of people, so
Yeah, I know a guy that does that. He's kind of connected to that collab though. Just a
Yeah.
little bit.
yeah, that whole thing. That would be a bad thing for me. I'd be like, I am having free barrel aged beers for 3 hours. Oh,
It was stupid. It was really ignorant. But so everybody, a common question we get, Doug, is how does this all come to be?
Mhm.
How do we get here? Well, how we got here was we could start with this, right, Doug? So Doug and I met at the Dad 2.0 Summit. Doug was a fancy dancy blogger, y'all, that got picked to talk in front of everyone. And Ronnie Lott and all kinds of other people were fawning over dude, right? And the reason they were fawning over you, Doug, is because something that so to set it up, Doug was the blogger spotlight guy, and Doug was reading a piece of his blog or a piece from his blog. And Doug, I don't know why I'm setting you up when you're the best person to set you up for the clip that you're going to show. But how did you get there, Doug? Like, start with the piece itself, and then did you have to submit to that too? And they picked you. How did you get on stage in the biggest dad conference ever? Yeah, ever. I'll say that. Just yeah. So, before you play the clip, Doug, how did you get there?
I was writing like a bunch of the guys in the group, and I was fortunate enough that I had some things do fairly well, and it was something that I was pretty decent at, and I enjoyed writing. My kids, yeah, that's me. It does kind of look like one of those Scoopy photos, doesn't it? Like junior college football coach.
Zach's always on point.
Yeah.
Going back.
So I wrote this one thing, and I remember writing it. It was just kind of wrecking me as I was writing it because it was like very personal. And I mean, I've talked on the show a couple of times about it and what I wrote, and how, you know, when I was in my 20s, I had a gambling addiction, and I got deep in it, and I ended up getting arrested, and I went to prison for nearly a year. And I was writing this piece about how I was terrified to tell my kids about this because I was just afraid they were going to be like, well, what the fuck, Dad? Like, why are you're a piece of shit? Like, that was my whole fear with this whole thing.
Play the clip, Doug. Or
Yeah. So no, I can bring it up, but let's see. I'm playing it. Greg, yours usually play, and they can hear it. We're going to see if this works. So experiment now. Ready? And
First, that spotlight reader, who has a really great story to tell. Please welcome Doug Ziegler.
Hi, everybody. I'm going to read a post that I wrote called The Shame I Harbor. Deep in the recesses of my past, bleak darkness hides. Few know of this chapter in the history of me, and that's by design. The source of shame, this black hole that devoured me and nearly dragged those that I love down with me, whom I'm certain felt the substantial pull of it. They know the depths it took me, how far into the abyss it dragged me down. They also know the will and the fortitude it took to make my way out from under the crushing weight of its control. Nearly everyone I love knows, except my kids. They don't have the faint inkling of my degradation. The truth is, I'm terrified to tell them. Terrified that they will think less of me. Terrified that they will step back from me with fear in their eyes. Terrified that I'll lose their love for me. Terrified that they will no longer see me as their father, but something less. I'm terrified to tell them that I went to prison, that I was arrested and spent nearly a year of my life as an inmate. Was it even more worrisome for me to tell them why I was incarcerated? I was an addict, but not for all the drugs or liquor. My demon was gambling. I'm scared out of my wits that once they learn the truth of me, the ugly side of me, they will only see me as what I was and not what I am. I was an addict and junkie, but I am a father, a husband, a man who's worked his way out of a shit heap of his own making and managed to build a life that's more than I thought was possible. Nearly 25 years ago, I was arrested 2 days before Christmas. I was thrown in a cell in Dauphin County Prison, which just happened to be right across from a mall. So over the next 2 days, while the prison was classifying me for general population, I watched through bars of a murky window, scores of people moving briskly to get gifts to their loved ones. I let each armful of presents that walked by rip a part of my soul out. I was a terrible human being, and this was my atonement. And I knew this was the truth of it because of everything I'd done to get in the prison I was locked in, physically and mentally. I'd stolen money to feed the beast within. I'd lied to friends. I'd taken from my family, uprooting all trust they had in me. In the throes of my addiction, I rationalized all these actions, falsely telling myself that if I could just get that one big bet, win against the odds that were stacked against me just once, I could pay everything back and all would be well again. But it never happened. No matter the lies I told to others to deceive them, the checks I wrote on bank accounts that had no money in, the way I pretended to be a person who had it all together. I was an addict, a deceiver, a liar, a charlatan who preyed on others. I deserved whatever punishment I was given. But the day after Christmas, I made a promise to myself. I was going to get myself well. I believed that if I could do that, then over time with diligence, then perhaps I could regain the love and trust of my family. I knew this would not be an easy road, and it would be fraught with rightful accusations and angry words. And my parents were the ones that I needed to rebuild with most. I'd taken money from them, even stolen their credit cards. Though they never verbalized it, I knew they were devastated, and I was determined to show them through actions, not words, because words were my tools to shield what I was doing. that I was the man they raised their son to be, not the craven thief I'd become. I struggled mightily, working 2 full jobs for most of the first year of my parole. Most days I was lucky to get 3 hours of sleep. I rented a room in a building in the poorest section of Harrisburg because that's what I could afford. I shared a kitchen and a bathroom with other tenants, one of which threatened me because he thought I took his cash. I walked to work daily because I couldn't afford bus fare. And this was the greatest challenge I faced up to that point in my life. And I was going to defeat it by my own actions. I worked hard at paying back the significant amount of money I'd stolen, and I worked even harder at proving to my family that I was no longer the pathological liar who had duped them at every turn. It took years of me demonstrating my rehabilitation, years of rebuilding the foundation of trust I had so wantonly destroyed because I chased the darkness. A lot has happened in my life since then. I've married, had 2 marvelous sons, got divorced, bought a house, sold a house, bought another house, remarried, added a fabulous son and daughter to my family. I've worked in corporate IT for close to 20 years. I've lived a life I'm very grateful for. I shouldn't feel so overwhelmed to tell my children this grand mistake I made years before any of them were alive, but yet I do. Logically, I know that my kids will love me regardless of my past. They'll see how I am now, and as a man and a father. I know they'll love me as I love them and care for them beyond any measurement that exists. Emotionally, I'm petrified. Doubt sits in the background, casually inserting itself into my thoughts to cause chaos. That's its purpose after all, and its skill is undeniable. The power it exerts is subtle and overwhelming. My wife, my champion, stands resolute by my side. She understands my hesitation, yet steadfastly reminds me of the unlikelihood that my fears will come to fruition. She empathizes with me the side of me that believes I'm unworthy of the love that I crave for my family. She also shoots straight with me. She fights the Leviathan that is my doubt with truth and unequivocal love. Doubt doesn't stand a chance against the brilliance that is her light. So this weekend I'll sit with my children, the ones who I love and adore the most, and explain to them the most unflattering season of my life. Then I will wait their questions, or there will be questions, and answer them as honestly and earnestly as I can. I hope they'll take my tale of struggle and apply the hard lessons that I had to learn and endure to use them to defend their own lives. I hope the message of work ethic and perseverance wins out in their young, impressionable minds. I hope they won't think less of me. I hope they'll still see me as their father, less than perfect, but ever on their side. Thank you.
Our first Dad Spotlight.
So, Doug.
Yeah. That is weird in hindsight, just listening to that and just remembering just the abject fear of that. And also, yeah, it was hard. It was hard to read in front of people. And the funny thing is that Dad 2.0, it's like a big, it's a big family when you're there, and it's something that is great. But at the same time, I think that was my second Dad 2.0. So I was like still, maybe it was my third. Regardless, it was still kind of new, and I was like, felt like I knew of some people, but I didn't know a lot. So here I am. It's like but still, I had to deliver in front of a room of a couple hundred people, and whom I knew probably 50. So that was challenging, but I'm very glad I did it. I'm very glad I wrote that, and I'm very glad my kids love me regardless.
And on top of that, there were other rewards, Doug. Like, who did you meet immediately after that?
Ronnie Lott and his son Ryan were speaking after me. So they go up as I'm coming off. They come over, and Ronnie Lott shakes my hand with 4.5 fingers, and because he had one of them cut off during a game, and he's like, "Man, that was great." And like, honestly, I was kind of just, you're reading that, and it's like something super emotional. I just was like, kind of like, I can't even remember what they said. Like, it's just was like kind of, it was surreal. And then they went up on stage, and then they talked about it again, which was kind of really cool. Victor, he was there, as I recall, at that Dad 2.0, if I remember. So yeah, it was challenging, but like I said, I felt like that was a great thing for me in a lot of ways. So,
Well, again, you met Ronnie Lott, and
I met you.
Well, I was going to say, why are we playing this in the context of all this? Is because, just like y'all, that was very endearing to me. And I was like, wait, who is this guy? So I didn't really, honestly, Doug, after that, I was like, wait, this guy's cool. Like, great. But I wasn't like, I need to meet this guy. It was just like, damn, he's pretty cool. Great. So then Doug and I walked, like, it was soon after that, right, Doug? We had come out of there and we went into like the breakout groups, right?
We did breakout groups, and then
it was an open session, I think. It was.
Yeah.
Because I wandered into the Facebook. This is where Doug and I met. The fucking Facebook, like, little room that they had there for the Dad Tube people, and
yeah, like the vendor room or whatever.
there. Yeah, I wandered in there and I saw Doug in there, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is my opportunity to say, yo, what's up?" You know, like, good shit, right? So I just approached Doug and I was like, "Yo, good shit, man. That was great. You know, I loved the thing. That was vulnerable. You know, blah 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 blah." And Doug was like, "I don't know. Do you remember that interaction, me and you?"
I do. I was like, and then we were talking, and then we started talking to like one of the Facebook reps and stuff like that. And I just remember being like, cool. Like this is, I really, you made an impression on me. So that's not something that I forgot, but
Both ways.
It was just a really, I mean, unfortunately it was Facebook where we actually got to talk for a few minutes, but whatever.
Right.
Hey,
so we made a connection enough that it was it was what, Doug, like a month or two?
It was like a month maybe. I think it was a month afterwards. Yeah.
And I shot you a note saying, "Yo, what's up, man? We got along together. You like scotch and don't know much about beer. I don't know anything about scotch, but I know a little bit about beer. So why don't we just, I don't know, get together and talk on a Friday or something?" You're like, "That's a great idea." And I was like,
I loved it.
Shit.
I was like, yeah.
I was like, "Okay, let's go." So a couple, again, y'all are about to see how far we've come. Doug, have you seen this mess?
No, I intentionally didn't watch it.
Fucking disaster that I'm about to show you.
Nope, but we're gonna all watch it together, aren't we?
When I went and looked at it today, Doug, I was like, wait, I shouldn't have said we were going to do this. So I'm going to finish my Fifth Ward beer here. Oshkosh. Top 10 Wisconsin brewery. They're just amazing. Then I'm going to open my third beer, Doug. It's Celebration, y'all.
Yeah. I'm nursing this big boy here because I can't swig that down. I'll be falling asleep.
Yeah, and that's a perfect segue to me. I'm going to have to nurse this one here from a Crowler given to me by Sunshine Brewing Company in Lake Mills.
Oh, nice.
I visited there last weekend. Yeah. And the assistant brewer, Chad, shout out to him, gave me this beer. It's called a Pale Rider 4.5. Now, Sunshine is one of my favorite breweries, probably top 10. Now, notice I said favorite. I wouldn't say they're just my favorite. I would go there all the time. Doug, they're in Lake Mills, which it's definitely not Madison as far as thinking goes.
Yeah. And
they were all out in front on the summer of 2020. They give away free food. They're just a model brewery, in my personal opinion, and I love them. Sunshine Brewing in Lake Mills. And this is a free beer given to me. I think we have to say that now or something, Doug. And your boy gets a lot of free beers given to him these days. Cheers to that. But I need a damn new camera. We're going to fix this shit. Fuck. Fuck that? Like,
this is the better one. What's be showcasing beers in a microwave? Zach, you never fail to disappoint, my friend.
And fuck you, JHC, for that one too. What is this, a roast? Did this fucking turn into a roast? It's a bad time for a roast, Doug, because here you go, y'all. We're about to show you. Doug, here we go.
Let's do it. When we were babies.
Oh my God.
The camera angle you have for this for me is awesome. Play it. Roll the clip. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
We didn't have shots. I need shots for this stuff. So while this shit plays for as long as I let it go, but y'all can go get it on Daddy Porter's YouTube, y'all. So if y'all want to go and roast it, it's there. But no, y'all gonna fucking wait, because I see that y'all are already enjoying it before they even saw the shit.
Listen, they're just trying to encourage us.
Fuck the encouragement, okay? I don't need it. This fucking Pale Rider is good shit, though. All right.
Look at that angle. Zoom. Yeah, just, dude, listen, it's like jump in the deep end of the pool. Let's go.
But all of y'all bitches could have done this already. So don't be all like, oh my God, we have to wait. It's been 7 years out there, JHG. So stop. Y'all are, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Let's go.
The crowd is building, Doug. We have to have some suspense for
but you have to know when to actually just be like, all right, you can tease them enough.
Shut up, Doug. God damn it. You're supposed to be on my side.
I just want to get it over with.
Hello.
Hey. Maybe we need more beer.
Right. No, I was trying to see in the Facebook on the Facebook page there, trying to get to our comments there, see if anybody was talking, and I actually did something. So yeah, Southern Tier, yeah, they we are definitely, we get a lot of their beer here. And I don't know, man, their stuff is kind of too sweet for me. Not too sweet, but it's one of those where I just have to have a little bit on the side, you know.
Yeah, I mean, one of those is plenty because of how sweet it is. It's like having like a really sweet regular dessert, like just, you know, a little will do you. But this beer here, it's really classic Russian Imperial. I mean, it's roasty and malty, and it's got all the goodness to it. So
we got do we have a heavy alcohol either smell or taste?
The taste is definitely more boozy. The smell is not. The smell is much more the roasty smell. So you know, this one I just found that, you know, we don't have like Costco or Trader Joe's here where I am. We have Wegmans, which is pretty awesome. But that beer I found on a shelf in there, and I'd never seen it, and it was $4, and it was a pint. So it's like you can't get a pint of any craft beer for $4. So
and the only other thing I would say is either you know, especially with IPAs, which I know you're not down with. Check those labels though. Check those labels, because if the beer is a little bit too long in the tooth, you'll probably taste it.
All right. Look. So no, we'll get back to it. We haven't stopped that. So $4 a pint for a craft beer.
Yeah.
And Southern Tier is too sweet. And what else was going on?
But I just like the, I like the camera angle. It looks like, hey, how's it going?
Doug, I could listen. Doug, I can see the heart attack coming.
What?
Look at this guy. Is this not a heart attack waiting to fucking happen, Doug? Come on.
I think that particular still makes it look like you had a gummy or two before we started. That's all.
Yeah, a gummy and probably a half of a cake. What the fuck, Doug? Anyway.
Hey, I would like to remind you that I had a heart attack around the same time you did.
And you look a whole lot better than me. A whole lot. Just saying. Just saying.
Step up with a Russian Imperial, you're good with, people age Russian Imperials all the time. So
yeah,
you're good with it, being. So I wouldn't even say that for that one, but no, it sounds pretty good. And for $4, I guess, sometimes, again, beers get long in the tooth and they just want to get rid of them. And a Russian Imperial is a good one to like have there when I'm trying to get rid of clearance.
Yeah.
You're not gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And also, they're also pretty good for cellaring if you're into that. Like I generally will cellar like heavier beers. I will not cellar anything with fruit because I've had a couple of those and that just goes not well because the fruit it either makes it so sweet that it's undrinkable or it makes it almost vinegary, which is not great either.
Right. And also, and it depends what kind of fruit we're talking about or what kind of fruit beer. If you're talking like a lambic, those are aged. So
you look high as fuck.
Obviously they're aged to make the beer. So obviously aging them longer may not hurt them. But if you're talking about like a raspberry ale or something, yeah,
that's not gonna go well. Yeah.
So Doug, you're So what I really wanted to bring,
do you remember any of this?
What I talked to you about on a weekly basis, I wanted to bring out a different aspect.
I just think it looks like you're doing an audition video with that background.
Everybody, you
like you're an acting audition.
What
like
else would you like to hear? What's your thing? I won't give it up.
Bad.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't mind talking about it. I also have some things that I write and like some of my online like social media stuff is under a name Scotch Fully Yours because I really like Scotch quite a bit. Not as much on the bourbon end. I can drink bourbon, but I am much more partial to Scotch. There's a lot more personality to Scotches and there's a lot more variance to it to me. I'm also a big fan of cocktails. Not a wine drinker. Wine is the only thing I drink that gives me hangover headaches. Everything else doesn't. I'm really lucky in that if I drink and even if I happen to tie one a little bit too well, tie one on a little bit too well, the next day usually I'm pretty good. But wine, that thing is like a sledgehammer to me. What about you?
Oh yeah. So well, first of all, Scotch. I know nothing about it, and I just need to learn more about that. So there'll be weeks that you come on that you're going to be bringing.
That's very Trump of you.
Yep.
I know nothing about it.
And mixed drinks, we can do that too, right?
Yeah, I am not an expert. I tend to, when I do mixed drinks, they're more for, I make them like rocket fuel. So like they're very heavy alcohol based.
I thought you were going to say I'm making for my wife, which is a good answer. I mean, it's a valid answer.
Yeah.
But
like,
no, so yeah, obviously I'm a beer guy. I have my Daddy Porter stuff that hopefully somebody's watching this maybe. But other than that, I would like
nobody watches still for the record.
Like cocktails. It's funny. I actually started as a wine guy before I traveled into beer, so I'm not really that against wine, but I've kind of moved on from that taste, if that makes any sense.
Sure.
With all the respect to wine people, don't come at me. No, you guys are great, and it's a great thing. And wine and beer, especially we got I don't know if you probably don't touch them, but we have a thing called brewed IPAs, which uses like I believe champagne yeast or some wine yeast.
Yeah, that seems to be the flavor.
So, brewed IPAs, Doug.
That was a thing for like 3 months back then.
Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened? All right.
Went the way of the dodo.
Of the season this year is I've seen a lot of
and they end up being like whiny. And there's also I also see some I've also noticed some like sour brewers making like whiny beers, and they're kind of connecting with people who like wine, and that's cool. It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
Are you opening another beer?
I kind of, it's funny. I use wine to get to beer, but I'm mostly a beer guy, and I love the bourbon beers. I love the Scotch.
Literally anything to stop that fucking tape. You asked me a question, I'm going to stop it. So,
that's fine.
Like I'm opening.
I heard crack, and I was like, "You opened another beer?"
Did you give this to me, Doug?
I did not. I don't know where Zorn is. Maybe it's Jim Zorn. He's Seattle quarterback from the 80s.
I have no idea where this beer came from, how long it's been in my thing, but it's a barley wine. So I'm like, oh, I can age a barley wine forever. Let's see if I can age a barley wine forever.
Depends. Sometimes that falls off in different ways.
That's fantastic. It's smooth as hell, Doug. Smooth as hell.
Beers. Because I was gonna. one thing I want to talk to you about is the bourbon beer.
I don't know how long we have to go through this misery, Doug.
We don't have to. We could stop now. We don't need to do any more of that. That's good. People got to see the first one.
Barrel. What was going on there? You sent me.
I had when I was at dinner. I was out to dinner with my family, and I had something called a barrel aged.
Yeah, that was enough.
I love it though. Doug, we've come so far.
Yeah, we definitely did.
Yeah, so that has led us into Doug had the first guest at his house, y'all. Then we started adding guests. And then we had our wonderful guest host crew who has got us here for 7 years, Doug. And we would be remiss if we did not mention Jerry, Richard, Brianna. Who else we got, Doug?
Lauren.
Renee.
Yeah,
Lauren. We had
JHG pops on sometimes.
We had Chelsea for a while as official co-host. Yeah, and this all through the years. I mean, JHG, Daniel has been here since I believe day one. Zach, Casey. It just goes on and on, the support that we've gotten over the last 7 years, Doug. Do you have anything for that?
I just want to say thanks to everybody because Friday nights are my favorite. I love just coming up here. You and I cut up. We have guests. Even if we don't have guests, we're over here. It's all our friends hanging out. Fucking Zach roasting us when he manages to have the time to pop in and just flambeing us while we're sitting here. So yeah, it's been great, and we've made some real good friends. Yeah, it's just like I said. I said when I posted it on Facebook today about the show tonight, and I said it started with two guys who wanted to just hang out on Friday, and two friends that wanted to hang out, and even though we were hundreds of miles away, and it morphed into two friends who are hundreds of miles away that hang out with a bunch of friends from all over the country, and that's what it is to me. It's a show of friends and beer, but sometimes not because we do have NA guests, and it's been cool. We've evolved this into a lot of different things. It's never the same. It's always fun. And, I appreciate you reaching out and asking me to do this because, man, what a fun time.
I appreciate you, Doug. Again, I loved your story enough that, it started that whole thing. So also, Doug, what started here, we've had some spawn-off shows from Brothers and Booze and the SpeakEasy, or the SpeakEasy is actually a spawn-off show from Brothers and Booze, actually, if you want to keep it technical. Doug, this is the first spawn-off show, right?
I believe so. This is the one that you actually said something to me and Renee about. You guys talk about cults and shit. Like we'd be messaging back and forth, and Greg would be involved, and he's like, "You should just do a show about cults." And I was like, that's an awesome idea. Let's do that. And he's like, absolutely. And so that just evolved into that. You know, we made it. We've done that for 2.5 years. It's, I say fun is maybe not the operative word there because it sounds like I'm having fun talking about people's misery, but we've had a few really weird ones like Unarius, which is just people who are not getting in any trouble. Nobody's getting hurt, just people who believe in aliens. You know, we had the one with the curious case of the cat cult. People did get hurt in that one, but just some oddball shit. And, you know, some really dark ones, but it's always interesting to explore the idea of cults and how they come to fruition and how people build it. And it's never fails to amaze me. And, you know, part of the thing is like, I am a person who has never been part of a cult. Whereas Renee, and this is her quote, I am part of 2 cults. She was a Mormon and she was in the Marines. Mm-hmm. And that is her thing. So she said that herself. So, yeah. And I will say, Zach is someone who comes in and comments all the time in the cult bar. And I really appreciate you taking time for that because it's, the thing is, Zach, you also live in California where a boatload of cults have come from. So it's either, it's like, weirdly, we're near somewhat in my vicinity in upstate New York or in California, especially in like the 70s and 80s. But like, yeah. So thank you for popping in on that show. But yeah, that's always a kind of a cool thing. Renee and I also have been kind of interdispersing X-Files episodes that have cult ties because Renee and I are both fucking giant X-Files fans. So we're spacing those out because there's not a lot of them. So
yeah. And when can we find that, Doug?
Well, you can find it on YouTube under the Cult Bar. Yeah, I mean, we have a YouTube channel for that. We're also going to be migrating that into a more consolidated space, which we'll talk about when we're ready, but I'm not sure we're there yet.
All right, Doug. And here's another one that spawned off from Brothers and Booths.
Yeah. Also, shout out to JHG for doing the Cult Bar and Immortal Content logos because both of those are bangers. The first Cult Bar logo was something I made out of Canva, but this one is so much better. And the Immortal Content one is something JHG came up with as well. So thank you for that. JHG is just my little baby. It's just me talking about whatever fucking content thing that I feel like, whether it's books, podcasts, shows, movies, whatever. So that's just a fun show for me.
Tell them some past guests, please.
Well, we've had the Hop Geeks News folks. We had the guys from Flanagan's Wake, who are also the King Slingers, because they did a podcast about Stephen King books, specifically The Dark Tower. They were on there. I just had the Kingslinger guys on just this past month. This coming month, I'm having a romance writer on because it's February. So Tuesday, I'll be having Katie Bingham Smith to talk about romance novels because she writes them. I think that's kind of fascinating because I know shit about it, but that's going to be fun for me to learn. You don't have to like it. Then in March, I'm going to have a friend of mine who is a bassist for an Irish band, like an Irish music band. And the lead singer from that band, they're going to join me to talk about Irish music because it's March and St. Patrick's Day and all that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, we've gone the gamut over there with podcasts and, you know, I don't know. I just find all that shit sort of fascinating wherever my brain takes me for that. So, oh, Zach, I absolutely do need to do that. I do need to have records. That is something I need to talk about with you. Yes, for sure.
Oh, so we're gonna have Zach on the Mortal Kombat?
At some point, I will talk to him about that because I would love to talk vinyl. And actually, I have a collab idea for that. And I'll just say, if I could have Zach and Imani on to talk vinyl, the different vinyls, how fucking cool would that be? Because those two guys are vinyl heads, and that would be awesome.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Rotund Seastone.
We have a fan. And
yeah. Yes, we did have Victor and Gil. I forgot about that. Yes, for sure. We definitely need to have a video game thing. What I would like to do is maybe something. Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
No.
I think it'd be fun to have
I'll let
like
you cook.
like maybe in November have like a year recap in video games or something like that. So I'll reach out to you and you and Gil about that.
I thought Victor was talking about lags, libations, and lost saves. Remember that little
That could
story?
be, but you need to speak to that, not me.
You can. I'll
That was
give you
not my
full
baby.
authority to do that. Yeah, but I'll give you full authority if you want to get them guys together. I mean,
Hey, if, I'm going to tell you straight up, I cannot add another show to my roster of things that I do because of the,
no. I'm talking about lags coming on Mortal Kombat.
oh, that would be excellent. Yeah, Victor was talking about Triple L, so that's another great idea. All right, look at this. Guess helping me out. Thank you.
Look at that. All right, and then we have this one, which is a really fun one. I started this one as a discography run, y'all. But and there are what Maxwell, Rage. There's another one.
Van Halen.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Van Halen is still in development.
That's a giant discography to work through and a lot of different singers, so I understand that. Maxwell was fun. I will say Maxwell was fun. I really enjoyed doing that with you and Amani.
I just can't with Van Halen, but whatever. It's just too much. Like, it was too much to take on, in my opinion, as JHG. Like, as the first one, it was just like it's probably like you should work up to Van Halen, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I said Maxwell, because Maxwell's discography is at least manageable for one show. Round 3, Jesus! Is this a Gary Cerrone Van Halen?
I can't with that shit either. It's such a fucking disaster.
Okay, this is a deep cut, but this is an excellent idea for a soundscape. Aphex Twin.
So you and Zach doing that?
Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm saying you guys should, because I think you'd actually love that Aphex Twin music. I think you really would.
Yeah, but how much Spotify, Jerry?
Let me look up Aphex Twin discography, because now I don't know how much it is.
Yeah, if Zach is suggesting it, it's like 42 albums or some shit. Yes, Jerry, you can find.
Oh my good, no.
On Spotify.
No, there is. Jesus Christ! Don't do that. There are so many albums for them. Don't do that.
I knew Zach was being a fucking jack.
Hey.
Yeah.
Also, it's only one guy. It's like the Thompson twins. We're going to put 3 people in, but this time it's not that.
Okay. So yeah, you can find Soundscape on Spotify, everywhere. And we still have Van Halen in development, and we're working on live shows. So Soundscape is coming strong, probably in the second quarter on this year. Only Spotify, yes. At this point, yes, sir. I just can't with fucking Van Halen. I just can't. So, lastly, Doug, wrapping up here, the spawn-off shows from Speakeasy. The latest one that only has 2 shows, y'all, is Daddy Porter's Double Coverage. It is a Monday stream meant to lead into the Monday Night Football game. It's at half an hour. It's Matt Clark and I. And you can find that on YouTube, not on Spotify, YouTube, Daddy Porter's YouTube, and Daddy Porter's Facebook. We just talk football really fast. Here's another JHG creation right here, y'all looking at. And it's just a fun show. Come troll us. Matt is a Bears fan. I am a Browns fan, and I'm a Bears-ish fan for the most part.
Sorry. That was too funny not to put up.
So we're changing the name for the Monday show to
Have you consulted Matt about that? Because
Dare
sure
Me,
he-
I'll do it. Dare.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I know you'll do it.
We have a Super Bowl show, y'all. Big
Nice.
shows on Sunday. We did it on Tuesday, or I'm sorry, on Monday. We talk all about the big show and other things. And Matt has his bonehead of the week that he talks about, and he also goes out on a rant. We have a rant out, Doug.
Oh,
So
nice.
you
Rants
at
are always
the end of the show, you just rant on something, and we just end it. We kind of cut it off in the middle of the rant. It's kind of fun. So check out Matty Porter's double coverage, not double penetration. All right, Doug. So yeah,
I have a second beer. Ready?
and then we'll do something new.
All right. So this I just found and I had to pick up because it's completely ridiculous. As is my one. Patriarchy, unicorn farts after dark. It is chocolate cinnamon breakfast stout with edible glitter. And you know that Doug all day long because it's just here. Give me the most ridiculous thing, and I'm just going to try it. Here we go. Whew. The ABV is 8.5, Jerry. So cheers to that. Let's give this a go. All right, so mostly cinnamon, hardly any chocolate, little sweetness from the chocolate. Very roasty, so that part's good. I like that. I don't think you could see any of the glitter. Not really. So if there is
What's
glitter,
the ABV, Doug?
8.5. So I'm not sure if I like it or not. It's okay.
Okay.
I think it's.
All
I think it's. Maybe it'll roasty farts.
I'm supposed to throw confetti, so there you go.
Yay.
Oh my god.
That's the goal, Zach. That's the goal.
All right, Doug. I teased something new, so
let's do it.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go, Greg. Yeah, let's talk a little racism because we're here in America, right, y'all? So everybody wants to talk about this today. Why? 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 We knew about it. This was literally, and I don't watch news, y'all. This is all over the news. And y'all are reporting it like it's some kind of breaking news. Oh my God. Our POTUS is racist. Wow. Yeah, I didn't y'all know this when y'all did what y'all did a year and a half ago? And didn't y'all see this coming? Didn't y'all know this was coming? So, respectfully, I don't care. I don't want to hear about it. We all know about it. What's the big deal? And you know what? The best part about it is, y'all, we don't care. We don't care. The fucking business people love it. America loves it. Stock market historic. Rah, rah, rah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We love the racism. We fucking love the racism. And of course, I don't, but certainly someone does. All right. We'll move along because, it's old news, right? This I found very interesting too. Do I have it here? The 8 white identities. I'm just going to sit here and just let this be. And for a minute, how about a moment of silence? There's so many reasons I love this. There's so many reasons. There's too many reasons. I just can't get enough of it. It nails all of y'all white people. Because somewhere y'all are on this list. Now, where you lie is where you lie. And that is on you. And that is for you to unpack. And on that note, nothing like some good porn music, Doug, to get us out of that groove.
Yeah,
Actually,
for sure.
let's do it again. Doug is watching something, y'all.
Watching a few things. So this is A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. This is another spin-off from the Game of Thrones universe. This is unlike any of the other two things. So it's not like Game of Thrones, it's not like House of the Dragon. This is silly and funny. Think of like A Knight's Tale, but set in Westeros. Like the main guy is a guy who goes by Dunk, but he goes by Duncan the Tall. He is a hedge knight. A hedge knight is basically like a freelance knight. He doesn't belong to any king. And the kid's name that's with him there is his squire, who is named Egg, which not uncommon for George R.R. Martin to name young kids weird food names that happen with a few other characters in Game of Thrones. It's silly and funny, and it very much, you definitely know you're in Westeros, but it's literally like, I don't know, have you ever seen the movie A Knight's Tale, Greg? Because that's one of my favorite silly movies. It's great. There's a lot of awesome actors in it. Honestly, in A Knight's Tale, one of the guys is one of the kings, the first kings in the first couple seasons of Game of Thrones. Is one of the guys that helps Heath Ledger's knights. But that movie, Knight's Tale, is great. This is super funny. It's 2 episodes in. Just be aware you're going to see, in the first episode, you'll see the big guy shitting. Not a lie. And then the second episode, you get to see a giant, because he has diarrhea. So it's like kind of the thing. And then in the second episode, you get to see a giant dong. So just be aware you're going to see that.
Wait, a giant what?
A giant dick. So
why do you have to warn folks for that?
Because not everybody's cool with seeing that on screen. I don't give a shit, but lots of people aren't cool with that. So yeah,
I'm gonna let that one go.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Wait, did you? So I'm also, because I had the guys from the Flanagan's Wake podcast, who, by the way, had Mike Flanagan himself on the podcast to talk about this and the other stuff he makes. So I have 2 more episodes left of this because I'm following it in a way they. Yeah, I'm going to tell you. You're right, Daniel. That scene was pretty wild.
What,
So
the dong scene or the poop scene or both?
but probably both. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think it's a dong scene is actually more what he's talking about there. But anyway, Midnight Mass here. This is an excellent show. Like I said, I'm through up 5 episodes. I have 2 more to go. This is considered probably one of Flanagan's best works. I would disagree with that, but that I'm more partial to the way he adapted some things from Stephen King. Mike Flanagan is also going to adapt The Dark Tower for Amazon Prime, and that might actually get me to get Amazon Prime back again because I want to watch that how he does it. He's the best at adapting Stephen King works. Super great show. So I'm going through that. This is a rewatch for me. So yeah.
Doug, it looks religious. And why are you watching religious shows?
Oh, it is religious, but it shits on religion the entire time. Just before, but it's also sort of, it does it, but it shits on it, but it also allows for the grace of what it can be too, when it can be good. And Mike Flanagan is a guy who grew up Catholic and left the faith and was very angry, and now has gotten older and realized some of it's good and some of it's really bad. So
kind of like the third Knives Out a little bit.
Yes, kind of in that vein where they're doing that sort of thing. So yeah.
Cool. What else?
I have one more thing. This is goofy shit. This is fun. Wild Card Kitchen is just basically this guy, Eric Ajapong, is the host. He's great. Shiniest beard you'll ever see. That's like his trademark. His beard is very shiny. It's almost like they have soul glow in his beard.
What's up with his fingers, though? It's kind of weird.
He's throwing cards. Don't you see the cards flying? This is Wild Card Kitchen. So basically, the chefs just have to. This show, basically, these celebrity chefs come on and they have to get a Nintendo Direct. What the fuck are you watching on Nintendo Direct? Maybe I don't want to know that. Anyway.
Maybe you don't.
The cards, basically, the premise is these chefs come in with their own money, which I doubt that. They come in with $10,000, they bet, and they try to win them, whatever. So, but what they did is they get cards where, like, one of them, like they said, you can't use any salt, or you can only cook with things that are green. Like, they make these chefs do these weird, hard things. It's fun from that perspective. So it's silly watching. It's nothing in depth. I mean, the other thing I didn't put on here is The Pit. Please go watch that show. That show is fucking amazing. I didn't
talk about that before, though, right?
Yes, I did, and that's why I didn't put it in the thing. But I just watched the most recent episode today. Every episode, I cry at some point in that show because it's fucking great. You know.
Aww.
Aww.
All right, Doug. So I grew up loving this shit, Doug, and now I don't give a fuck about it. And I didn't know it was happening until today. But I guess there's Olympics in Milano Cortina or something. I used to love the Olympics, Doug, and now I literally don't know until the day of. So I don't know. It was just on all day, and I was watching it. So the prompt says, "What are you watching?" And that was today. Did I know anything that was going on? Hell no. It was just on the TV. And it'll be on the TV for the next 13 days, I guess, sir. 12 or whatever. I don't know. Do you give a fuck about the Olympics, Doug? And have you ever given a fuck about the Olympics?
Summer Olympics, yes. Winter Olympics, no. But I will say this. I want to ask you, there's some things I've seen in the Winter Olympics that I can't believe are actual sports. Summer Olympics is the same way. There's weird shit. You're like, why the fuck is that a sport? Like, breakdancing was a sport in the last Summer Olympics. Like, that should not be an Olympic sport. I love breakdancing. That should not be an Olympic sport.
Electric Boogaloo. Go on.
So, what is the goofiest winter sport that you see in the Olympic that you're like, how is that an Olympic sport?
Initially, it's skeleton, but
okay, explain skeleton.
Skeleton is luge, but you feet first. Skeleton is face first. Luge is feet first. Skeleton is fucking insane.
Those people are nuts. Like, you're just They're on. See, I like curling. Curling's goofy, and I like it. It's almost like it reminds me a bit of like the Canadian ice version of cornhole. So like if it's cornhole on ice. The guys that are like sweeping in front of like Jesus Christ, like.
Doug, have you ever curled?
No, I would love to try it though. I think that would be.
I have
weird.
once.
Really? What do you think of it?
Yeah, it was fun as hell.
It looks fun.
But you got to be limber though. You got to spread them legs and all that shit.
I'm not limber, but you were a goalie. You were a goalie in your previous life, so
yeah. But I was doing it when. But I was that fat ass that you saw like 20 minutes ago. So it wasn't.
The one,
yeah,
the skeleton is pretty nuts. I could see why that's an Olympic sport, though. What the guys that I think are crazy are the ski jumpers.
Before we were interrupted.
And apparently, this ballerina Pepperidge Farm sponsored the Olympics. I was just saying that I think the craziest people, besides maybe the skeleton people at the Winter Olympics, are the ski jump dudes. You are just asking to die. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Don't. And they're just like, I'm like, and you're flying several 100 feet in the air. Like, no, don't do that.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought at first too. I was like, what is a Milano Cortina? Doesn't that sound like it sounds like a Italian restaurant.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that Cortina is like a ski resort near Milan. That's going to be my guess, but I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But
Doug, have you seen Wonder Man?
I have not. I've heard that's really good. Victor, can you tell me what app that's on? Because if it's on like Disney, I won't do it because fuck Disney. But
probably it's Marvel.
Probably in Disney, then I probably won't watch it because I don't want to give Disney any more money than I have to. There is one other sport that I think is really weird and interesting, but it's the thing where we have to cross country ski and stop and shoot targets.
Cross country or
they cross country ski and then they stop and then they have to calm down and shoot targets.
Triathlon?
I think it's a biathlon. Because it's only two things. But like, all right, so you cross country ski and you stop and you shoot a BB gun and then like, no, sorry.
There you go, Doug.
I thought that was Metroid Meteor Man, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, Doug, you saw this, right?
Yeah, I saw that. No, thanks. I'll pass.
Cool.
Unless I could go. Now, here's the thing. I will use Amazon Prime if I want to rent something, like to watch, because then I'm giving them money, but I feel like I'm not paying for a subscription, so I'm giving them less money. I don't know. There's no ethical consumption under capitalism, so yeah. That's good.
Amani says this about our first one. It was pre-pandemic.
Yeah, it was.
That's true. Doug, he's outraged.
I didn't know you when I went to jail. I was 22 or 23.
Of course. One of the funniest things about Brothers and Booze that we don't say too much is that motherfucker went to jail, not this motherfucker.
I like how you closed up on you and said that motherfucker. I'm like, you're pointing to the wrong person. You're pointing to
me. That motherfucker went to jail, not this bitch. So there you go. I love it. It's the lure of Brothers and Booze. Wait.
Please tell me that's not a real thing, because I'll believe anything at this point about the Olympics.
Well, they have that. The summer has that stupid walking.
Speed walking. And they all look like they have to take they all look like they're trying to get home really fast, take a really big shit.
They're constipated because they're fucking.
They got to take a giant shit. Like,
all right.
Yep, I agree. Snoop and his Trump loving ass.
Oh, Martha Stewart above Snoop. Well, yeah. I mean, wow. White woman over black man. That's wild take, Doug. But it is where we are, right?
Now, I would say this: we don't know. Martha Stewart might actually be Trumpian. We don't know. She's a wealthy white woman.
I understand, but I don't. I would bet she's not. But what I'm not going to bet though is the Grammys. The Grammys were fun this year. They weren't great, but they weren't horrible. It was always nice to see Kenny get his dap. It was nice to see Lady Gaga. Bad Bunny, of course, is a troll now, and I love Bad Bunny. And I was trying to play my first Bad Bunny song on the playlist, Doug, and it would have literally been the first Bad Bunny song I've heard in my whole life, the whole way through, and we didn't get there. But enjoy Bad Bunny, and of course, Sabrina is young, hot, sexy, spicy. She's just, to me, she is the quintessential pop star. She's just this generation's pop star. Like, we all have one. Sabrina is, Generation Z's, pop star. So, Snoop has always been too much. Literally always. Google Snoop and Tupac, and you will find that Snoop has always been a problematic, sorry ladies, cunt. Thank you.
Also, can I ask a question with that picture? Is Lady Gaga trying to be like in the Zoolander remake?
Don't look.
I know you love Gaga. That look is very Zoolander.
No. I'm just going to deflect to our Gaga man, Amani, and I still
Amani, can you please, if you're here, please comment on that Gaga haircut, because that is very Zoolander.
Gaga. Yeah, I'm not trying to fuck with Gaga. Like, she's a diva. I'm not even trying to say anything bad because I don't know. She wouldn't do anything nice, but
no, but I'm just saying I love Gaga, and I think she's one of the more talented musicians we have. So yeah, that's Lady Gaga, right? Oh my God! Wait! This is the best comment. That is a Romulan hairdo from Star Trek. It's a Romulan hairdo. Oh my God. As I was saying, I think Gaga's incredibly talented, and I love her stuff. That look is like I don't know what you're going for there, other than futuristic dominatrix. Maybe I don't.
I'm getting out of here because y'all are just, I don't know.
All right. So what I'm listening to, I have a few things here. Gorgon City just released a new single called Contact. Gorgon City is very much EDM. They're like in the same vein as Disclosure, also British. So yeah, they make just really super good dance music, and I would love to see them in concert. Unfortunately, they are only been touring in Europe, but you get to look at that crowd of people there. That is one of their concerts. So yeah.
Doug, where are they from?
The UK. So
what genre of music would you put them in? Like indie or where are you at?
No, EDM. Gorgon City. Not quite that. I just really love their music. So hey, listen, sometimes the nerddom is a little much. I'm not that deep into the nerddom as you are. There's that. So yeah, Gorgon City, man, really, really, really like their stuff.
And what do you got with this one?
So this one is because we are in Black History Month. I'm trying to listen or read Black authors, and this one is S.A. Cosby. This is the first book of his I've ever listened to or read. This is Blacktop Wasteland. Now, the thing is, the reason that I haven't read or listened to any of his stuff before is because it's Black Gothic noir, Southern noir. So that is like a genre of books that noir is always pretty formulaic to me, is why um, I don't really dig noir because it's super formulaic to me, but that's why it sells, just like romance sells because it's formulaic. But this guy has won a zillion awards for his books. So I'm going to go and I'm going to listen to it. And I'm about 2 hours into that book. It's interesting. It's, the guy, the main character is like a former wheelman for that's like Drive, the guy from Drive. And if you took Drive and Ocean's 11 and kind of blended them together, that's supposedly what this is like. I haven't gotten very far into it, but they do a nice job of showing how like being black in the South in the middle of all this. So, and S.A. Cosby grew up in like poor Mississippi, like rural poor Mississippi. So he knows what he talks about. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. But this one, and then he did one called Razor Blade Tears, which is a sequel to this. So I'm really interested to see where it goes.
Excellent. And you had something else. My bad.
One more thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the podcast stuff. As you know, I'm a podcast nerd. It's called The Harbingers. Basically, the premise is there's a group of beings that lived on the earth before us called the Harbingers. They spoke a particular language, but those folks also knew how to do magic. And there are 7 people who find rings from the Harbingers in various sites and are able to do magic with them if they know the language of the Harbingers. And one of the Harbingers has the ability to teleport things, and he accidentally teleports the city of Boston to the moon. And I feel like we could do that now, and that would help society. But sorry, it's a mean thing to say.
And that is why Doug loves that goofy podcast.
No, the thing I love about the podcast is actually it's multi people doing the characters, but it's done really well, because sometimes when you have multiple people doing that, it doesn't work well. This one works excellent, and they do a really good job of blending those together. So,
and then then the bonus is that Boston gets shot into the sun or whatever. Okay,
into the moon.
I mean,
hey,
in effect, right?
Yeah. Hey, listen, all the good luck in the world to the Patriots. Hope they win everything for the next 20 years. Fuck it, who cares? Love you too, Victor. I will be talking to you and Gil soon.
Thank you. Actually, now it says 6 years of goofiness. What the hell am I doing?
I don't know what you're doing, man.
Yeah, neither do I.
We're still here. We're having a good time.
Now you're being. Oh yeah. So, Doug, so part of my new segment, y'all, is me talking about racism. Is just me talking about racism. But Doug wanted to respond to this, and I will let Doug respond to this.
Yeah. It was interesting. We had JHG say that. I believe he said he was in White Critical to White Trader. And I think my scale is a bit larger than that, and I'm going to explain why. So I think I'm in White Confessional to White Trader, and the thing is I have, growing up in super rural Pennsylvania, I have things that have been just pummeled into my brain from when I was young. And I am unlearning a bunch of shit, and I still have a lot to unlearn, to the point where, I want to get White Confessional out of there. And yeah, that's something that happens when you realize that sometimes it's like, if I say something, I'm actually wanting to make sure that like people of color like understand where I'm at with it, and that I'm not saying that something out of pocket, that it's wrong. And so that I think is where I go into the White Confessional. But the White Critical part is, I think I'm largely there. And then White Trader, I delve into some too, where it's, I do the white telling the truth at whatever costs. And the dismantle institutions is something I'm all for. The other problem with that is I am part of a system that I have 4 kids who are white, and unfortunately, there is a part of me that struggles with that. So I understand that is something I need to work on, but all my kids would be on board with me not doing that. They'd be on board with just dismantling institutions. Because I have 4 queer kids. Well, not 4. I have 4 kids, and 3 of them are queer. So it's got to be something where I'm very conscientious of what I do and what I say, and I need to apply that universally. I would like to get to a white abolitionist because I just would like it where everybody's on the level playing field. Everybody's equal. Everybody has a fair shot. Everybody is able to participate in society in a way that they want to. Obviously within boundaries of certain things, but that's also implies laws are valid, and there are some laws that are really fucked because they're racist in gender. In general. So it's like you have to understand where your biases are and how to overcome them and try to work your way through them is difficult, especially when you benefit from the way the system is set up. Like right now, I benefit from it. I don't want to. So I have to work within the system that I am in to try to make things better for other people. And part of this is making sure you keep your empathy in place. And, I am very empathetic towards folks who are marginalized. I am less empathetic to things like billionaires and white nationalists and Christian nationalists. I'm really just not there with those folks because I feel like they're doing the opposite. So that's the work that I need to do. So that was my 3 cents on that, whatever.
All right. You had something else for us too, Doug, which I'm pretty sure is not as heavy as that.
Yeah, so this is a goofy question, and I want everybody's input.
Segue.
All right?
Let's go.
Yeah. So I was listening to this video, watching this video where it's a podcast where 3 women are on it, and one woman was talking about how when she goes to bed, she charges her phone. And the 2 other women were like, "What are you talking about? I don't do that. I don't charge my phone overnight. I just whatever, and I get up and then I charge it when it needs it." And that fucking weirded me out. Like I charge my phone every night. I want to wake up and it's at 100. And if I am at like 30, I start panicking. And like, I don't know where everybody else is at. Do you charge your phone overnight? Where do you panic? Like, do you get to a point where your phone's at a certain percentage? It's like, fuck, something might happen. Like, is there emergency? Like, you know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, do you get panicky about that? Do you charge your phone overnight? Do you just like, fuck it, I'll just charge it whenever it needs it? Like, or if your phone dies, you're like, oh, well, okay. Or are you like, shit, this is bad because nobody can get a hold of me if they need to? I can't see like what percentage is that. So,
okay. So for the record, so we know where you stand, you are in the I need my shit plugged in because I'm gonna panic if it's low when I wake up.
Yep. Because I want to wake up and it's at 100%.
Yeah, and you're asking me my ritual.
You and I want everybody else's input here too, because I am fascinated. People like this one lady said, "I'm good if I walk out the door and I'm at like 10." And I'm like, 10? Like, are you insane?
There's no way in hell I would ever do that. Wait.
We didn't even revisit that conversation after 7 years.
Well, thank you. Our people bring it up, Doug. Our people bring it up. So,
I feel like the thing was like in this video, this lady was like, "Hey, April's here."
Yay! What's up, April?
Yes, but the video is like the 2 women were like, "What are you talking about? Why do you charge it overnight? I'll just charge it when I think I feel like I'm am I taking crazy pills? Like what? Who doesn't charge overnight? Like I just feel like that's a standard procedure.
Yeah, I charge overnight, and I would. But Doug, the only time I wake up and my shit is like at 10 or 15 is when I'm on the road. all the time. Like it's when I need my fucking phone the most. And you know, when I'm on the road, dog, it's like brewery pictures and videos and snap. Like y'all see, like on Badger Beer Report, y'all see 5 photos. I took 20 or some shit, right? And like it just drains your phone. So like, especially on the road, dog, I need my shit. I need my wires. I need my shit hooked up before I go to bed. I need to like wake up and that shit needs to be like 70. I am 100% with you. Like it needs to be 70 to start my motherfucking day. Like if it's not, it's like, fuck, I gotta plug it in. I gotta like walk with it, have the charger and the fucking like in my bag. It's just a fucking mess. My charger needs to be my phone needs to be 100% when I start my day when I'm on the road. When I'm at home, I still need it like 50 or 60 because I may, hit the road. And like I live in Wisconsin, y'all. So like if my car breaks down in the middle of the winter, it's a fucking event, actually. It's not, it's like a almost like event horizon. Like you better have blankets, you better have like
here's your gloves, here's your flares, here's all the
gloves, you gotta it could be like Horizon 1. I'm an old fuck with heart problems too. So like this isn't good, dog. So I need my motherfucking phone at like 80 when I leave my house. So I'm with I can't say enough.
So my question would be, where do you get when your percentage of your phone? Where is the percentage of your phone if you're not near an option to charge? Where do you panic?
Like 20?
Yeah, I'm at like 40 to 30. Like that starts getting me nervous.
But Doug, you got a Pixel what?
I have a Pixel 6. I have almost a 5-year-old phone.
Oh, I got a Pixel 9, which is like a 3-year now or something like that, or 2.
Yeah.
Right. So your battery isn't great. It's all right.
It actually does far better than any iPhone I've ever had. Like far better. What's interesting too is you were talking about the charging. My car that I just got because my other car died. I explained how my car died. And wait. Oh, 5%. That's serial killer mode, dude. What the fuck?
So wait. Is Amani the guy that goes to E all the time on his gas too? See that guy? 5 is reckless, actually.
That feels reckless, but man, more power to you. But my car that I got is a 2024 Honda, and it has a charging pad in the car, so I could just and my phone, because it's old, the USB port is shot. It's been shot for like 2 years, so I had to do like the charging pad. So this is like perfect.
But what's yellow, JHG? What's the percentage?
That sounds like an iPhone. That sounds like some iPhone nonsense. What is that?
So what is that? I need to know that number. You know what I mean? Is yellow like 15, 10? Like
yeah, we need some more clarification. That just
Actually, I read only the first part of that before I got to the fucking end.
It's actually a pretty smart thing to do to switch it on. 20%. Dude. Hey, listen, 40% at 10:30 at night that's impressive to be only at 40 at this point of the day. Let me look what mine is at. All right, so mine's not a fair comparison because before the show, I stuck mine on a charging pad for an hour because my Jill and I were watching a show. So when I did that, I was at 39%, and I have a fast charger, and it put me to 86. So that's not a fair one.
Yeah, I'm at 88.
Yeah.
But I'm not going anywhere the whole weekend. So
iPhone is 20 in red.
Yeah. What's red though? Look, Amani might not even charge it, Doug. It's so reckless.
That's reckless, man.
And this bitch probably, come on now, Amani probably has a full day tomorrow on shit.
Mamani, please tell me. As Greg asked, do you drive until it's like on E and it says low fuel and you can't even know how many miles you have left on it? Because if you're doing this with your phone, I have to imagine you're doing that with your car.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
41% is.
That's not
20
terrible.
is red. Yeah, I thought 10 was red. What's red on your phone, Doug?
There's no red. Mine goes yellow. Mine goes yellow at 10. And then red at 5.
Okay, 5. Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah.
I know my car. That answers all that about the cat.
In New York City?
Dude,
wow.
So he's in New York City, obviously in upstate New York. We could get minus 30 wind chills tomorrow.
Oh, good for y'all.
Isn't that good? Dude, today was the first day we've been above. Dude, we haven't been above freezing except today. I think it was like 33. And that's the first above freezing day we've had in like 4 weeks. And I understand January and February is cold here. This is beyond the pale.
It's cold. I'm just happy it's not here. Y'all can have it.
I'm going to say this, though. I will take the cold over swamp ass in the summer because I fucking hate humid summers. Ugh.
All right, Doug.
I have one thing left.
Let's go.
In celebration,
Oh.
I bought a scotch that I've never had before. Tarabeg in the Isle of Skye, which Joel and I were at on our honeymoon. This is, I can't pronounce Canuck Des Moines. This is going to be my guess. Aged in American oak, Pedro Jimenez, and bourbon cask. So this single malt, this is like the topography of where it's at, the hill of peat. So you know where the peat is that they get for the scotch. This their legacy series. Again, I haven't even opened this yet, so I have no idea what to expect. But because, yes,
Doug, we got 6 more hours.
Yeah, no, we don't. So, cool box, cool bottle. Ta-da! All right, now let's open this. Usually they have a little. There it is. This is riveting video as I open a bottle.
Gripping.
Oh, that is nice and peaty and all the things I love.
Shit, you should be able to give me some of that virtually.
Dude, I can probably find a way to send you some of this. But
I want it now, though.
The thing is, this is not super caramelly. This is actually more like almost a lowlands kind of view of Scotch because of how light it is. Usually it's much darker when it's in Skye or in Islay. So, oh, it smells delicious. Get straight from the teat, Doug. Okay. Smoke and brine is what they say on it. And they aren't kidding. Smoky, peaty. The only thing I wish I had was some water because I like to splash a little water and that opens it up. But this is not for the faint of heart. So it's very peaty. It's I got the burn from like the bourbon cask aging, and so it's got all the kind of stuff that like The thing is, I like a really peaty Scotch. That's one of my favorite types. And this is very peaty, but the burn almost reminds me of bourbon in the way that it goes down. And folks that are bourbon heads, you would actually really dig this. If you like bourbon, this is the nice Scotch entrance. Not entrance, because Scotch is a different beast. But a lot of people who like bourbon don't like the smoky, peaty stuff. They like the bourbon burn, which is also a little sweeter. Almost no fruit notes from the sherry at all for me. Daniel, you asked that, but no. Because I think the peat is so overpowering that you're just not going to get fruit notes out of it. So, but man, it smells awesome. Really, really nice bottle of whiskey. So.
All right, Doug. Anything?
Yeah.
Reminiscence of 7 years. Anything you want to talk about? Any fun points? Any favorite guests? Any? Well, we'll save the missed guesses for the after show. There wasn't any, Doug. Stop it.
Yeah, I will say
there was somebody who didn't like gravy, though. Fuck that.
Yeah, that was a different beast. I'm going to say a few guests. Well, there's several that were just. I mean, we've had some really fucking great guests. We've been very lucky.
Many of them are in the comments.
Yeah. So I'm going to say one of the shows that had the most views was actually right before we stopped Brothers and Booze, or it was like before that, but it was the Mother's Day show that we had, like where all the women were, and they just fucking owned the shit out of the show because it was Gen Man, it was ABC, and I'm trying to think who else was there. I know.
I believe Mrs. Pavish was there.
Yeah, Heather was there, and we had Renee on one time. That was 2 years ago. But that show was they just went with it, and you and I were basically like just hanging out in the back, and it was great because it was like
where we should have been.
yeah,
where we belong.
When it was like a Mother's Day show. Yeah, so that show I remember just being just fantastic. Like you and I were just like, let them cook. Let's go. We'll just hang back and let them roll. One of my favorite guests who we will be having on again this year is Brian Gordon. Just because he was so nervous when he came on that first time, and he talked for like 15 minutes in a row. And one of my favorite things was him talking about how he did his duck cartoon. And he's like, so imagine you really like Thai food, and you try Thai food, and you just go, all right, this is really good. And then they go, okay, yeah, you can only have Thai food. You can never eat anything else. And he's like, that's not what I want to do. Doesn't matter. You only like Thai food. You only eat Thai food. So he couldn't like branch out into what his comics so he wanted to do, which I just thought was just a great way of explaining like the idea of an artist being popular. I feel like music artists get this quite a bit where they're like kind of pigeonholed and everybody's like, you're so dumb and stupid. That was one of his fucking shows. Like I said, obviously Wendig was a very big highlight for me because I love that guy and I love his books. One of the really more interesting ones, I'm blanking on his last name, was Jeremy Lambert. That show went like 3 fucking hours, and he was just like all in and just hanging out with us. And that dude does stuff in Hollywood.
Cardigan Game too, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cardigan. He was at that point dating another one of our favorite guests, Mallory O'Mara, who is herself a boss and an award-winning writer and just a wonderful feminist voice in the beer, liquor, podcast area, right? Though.
Yep, that is correct. And yeah, he was the guy with the ravishing cardigan. That was Jeremy. He was also into he was into like Warhammer, and just him going into all his geekdom and just kind of riding that wave with all of us, and we were just doing it. Just a fabulous guest. I'm really trying to see if I can get him back on here just because he was so much fun.
He's one of the guests I want. Yeah. And Doug, while we're here, man, like we had some awkward guests though. Let's keep it clean.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess we'll shut up. No. We'll talk about it. Do y'all remember that time that we had the sex education lady on? That was an awkward. It was awkward. Yeah. I actually didn't think it was going to be that awkward, but it was awkward.
Yeah, it was one. So we had two sex therapists. And we had Joellen Noddy, she was great. So she was cool. She was the redheaded lady who could only be on for like an hour and a half. She was fun, and she made a lot of innuendo jokes. Like she was, yeah. And the other lady was like, I don't know. They were just didn't really vibe with what we were doing, and that was okay. Hey, right, shit happens. Right. So yeah, that was one of them. That was, listen, it just didn't work for what we were trying. Oh, that's a good one too. The Cheesemonger Show. Sarah Simeon, who I just saw this past weekend. I went and got cheese in Syracuse when we went up to see Josh Johnson, and she looked at me, and it's funny because she hasn't been on in like 2-3 years or something like that, and she looked at me and she was like, "I know you, but I can't remember." Like she gave me that look, and then my wife saw her and she's like, "Hey, how are you?" And because she was out, and she's like, "It's been a really rough month." And it had, because it's fucking January. It's been super cold, so people aren't out shopping much. So Jill and I spent like $100 on cheese. So like, she just has great fucking cheese stuff. So
yeah, and people in Wisconsin call that last week, so we're good.
Yeah, but the thing is you have Wisconsin cheese. This lady gets cheese from all over the fucking place, and I just don't know where the fuck she finds it.
Right. And I'm just saying, we spend $100 on cheese all the time, so don't feel bad about it. Is my point.
Got you. You're not wrong. I don't know where that falls, but you're right.
No comment. Actually, we'll comment on this. These were some of the worst food takes. Period. Doug has refined his avocado. Gravy will never ever be. Like, y'all are wild. There's no excuse for that shit.
We only have one person say that gravy was like fucked up, and we were both like, what?
Do you remember who the guest was? We don't have to name them.
I don't remember who it was.
Oh, I remember.
I think I do remember. Mm-hmm. I think it might be somebody who might be an upcoming guest, and it was their former partner.
I can assure you this person will never appear on this stream again.
Okay, so we know that. All right.
And not because of the gravy, but that maybe, for me, that's kind of it, actually. Like, fuck them for that gravy take. And
I have to ask
who has a gravy take. You have to ask what though?
No, the ketchup chips. Who is that? Because the only person I know who talked about ketchup chips was, I think, Casey.
That's it.
Have you ever had ketchup? Did you have ketchup chips?
Yeah, I don't know if you remember. I bought them after Casey said that. And they're
right. I will say all dressed chips aren't bad. They're not bad. But ketchup chips, yeah. And listen, I'm a person who loves fucking ketchup. Also, I will say that one of our former presidents saying that you should never have ketchup with hot dogs or fries after you're 8. You're my guy. Obama said that is, you should only have ketchup for fries and hot dogs if you're 8 or under. Get the fuck out of here with that. Fuck you.
That is that is an amazing take.
All right. I think we need to kick JHG out now because he's wrong about eat what you like.
Wait. Ketchup on hot dogs. That's what we're talking about, right?
Ketchup with fries. He said ketchup with fries wasn't good.
Well, I'm not okay. Obama's wrong about that, but he's not wrong about the hot dog though. So I'm conflicted.
All right. Give me your ideal hot dog before we go to review time.
Chicago. Done. Chicago. That's it. Next.
So that's onions, mustard,
all that. Oh.
What else am I missing? Relish,
pickle, hot pepper, on a fucking poppy seed bun.
Poppy seed bun.
It's so extra. I don't care. I love it. And the second is chili cheese dog.
Chili cheese dogs are so good.
And
we can't eat that
third. Or I'm sorry. And then third is onions and straight mustard. That's it. Go on. What are yours?
Goddamn chili cheese dogs are my favorite. I fucking love those chili cheese dogs so much. There's a version of it in Scranton that's called a Coney Island dog, which they're in Pennsylvania, not New York, so I don't know why they're called Coney Island dogs. But basically, it's like short hot dogs with like onions and mustard and ketchup. It's a mess, but it's fucking awesome. But they're little dogs. But if I'm making hot dogs for myself at home, it's ketchup and mustard, and that's what I like. Sometimes I put cheese on it too. Hey, have you seen my face?
Well, how do you shake the whiteness thing if you're white? I mean, it's kind of...
You can't. I'm not beating those allegations. What is Yakko's? Can you explain? I don't know what Yakko's is because
Yakko's is it's a chili cheese joint, and the reason I'm looking at you weird is because it's Eastern Pennsylvania chili cheese joint, like Allentown and Bucks County and those surrounding areas. Fucking amazing chili.
There's one that Daniel Fisher put on here, which is sauerkraut. Sauerkraut on a dog is awesome. Such a good compliment to a hot dog. Although adding onions to it, I'm like, whew. I haven't had a completo. Just sounds like a chili cheese dog, but I could be wrong. And I shouldn't have most of them. No, he probably shouldn't. Tacos.
Oh yeah, Lehigh Valley tradition. There you go. So it doesn't get much out of the valley.
What is that little icon with go back to that logo, please? Please show me that logo. The Yakko's logo. What is the hot dog and the electric chair there? Happening over. Is he getting sentenced to death? What is going on? Pennsylvania does have a death sentence.
So before Doug derailed us, yeah, we're getting out of here. But before we do, I had this barley wine that was great. It was really good. I had this sour that tasted old, Doug. I don't know how long I had this one, but it didn't, I'm not going to judge it because I think I had it forever.
Probably. I think I gave that to you the last time we were at Barrel and Flow together. Right.
And then I'm still working on this one, and I will finish this Sunshine Brewing wonderful, small, goofy little lager, as I used to call them. What did you have, Doug, on our anniversary show?
All right, so I'm going to go in order of favorites. So I had the Paystriker Unicorn Farts After Dark, which is just a ridiculous fucking beer. This is just it's a chocolate cinnamon breakfast stout with edible glitter. So it was okay, not great, not terrible. So drinkable. Now the problem is I have two that I would put evenly.
The problem
is I had the Torbehag Isle Guy Scotch, and then I had this Bourbon County 2019. This was very, 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 very good, and this was very, 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 very good too. So, like, I can't really pick between them. Both were excellent. I bought that Scotch specifically to have on the show because I've never had it, and I wanted something really peaty to, because I am quote unquote Scotch years. I wanted to kind of showcase that a bit, and yeah.
All right, Doug. Do you know who we have next week?
I believe it is Matt Pressberry, if I'm not mistaken. Man, we haven't had Matt on in a minute.
Yeah, and I don't even think Matt is on this continent.
Yeah, he's in South America.
Mm-hmm.
He would qualify as the farthest guest we've ever had. Because we've had someone from Central America. We have not had anyone from South America. Ariana Bradford. Ariana Bradford was in Costa Rica.
We have to mention. Mm-hmm.
Another great guest. Another freaking great guest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we did mention Lauren Yee for sure. But Lauren Yee and yeah.
Jeff Henry, Jeff Harry, who we had on, that guy was like, off the rails, just fun. We've had Mandy on the show multiple. Mandy showed up in a fucking robe. We had a guest show up, was naked in a pool. Like, we have had just Stubbs. I mean, we just had some really fucking interesting, fun, ridiculous guests. Super informative guests. Yeah, we've been lucky. And again, yeah, please do check out Jeff's TED Talk. I posted it today. He did TED Talk in, I think, Germany. It's like, that was fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Cricketer, it's good. It's on my Daddy Porter page for Facebook, y'all.
Yeah, so go check that out because Jeff's the goods, man. He's just a genuine soul. I'm trying to remember Poor But Hungry, which was one of the... Whitney and Adams.
I mean,
fucking we've had Jerry and Tony on this. Like, we just
Perlman
was that was a banger fucking guest. I just was lucky enough to score him for an hour talking about a Tupac book, and then he went on a whole diatribe about online gambling, which was just like, God damn! I love when our guests are just like, here's my soapbox. I'm gonna jump on it, and you're like, fucking.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey needs to be mentioned. Of course, Jeffrey.
And hey, if y'all have guests that you think of that we need to have back and we didn't mention them, or somebody you thought was really interesting, or other folks that we haven't had on, let us know, because hey, I'm happy to go out and poke people to see if they'll jump on the show. Because
well, and we would be remiss, Doug, if we did not mention all, and I don't know if we can get all, but the many Black brewers who we've had on, whether it be Mac and Queen Latifah and Lady Lager.
Oh, that was such a great episode too. Lady Lager is going to be back on the show. I can tell you that. I just
Intrusion. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Liquid Intrusion.
Mm-hmm. Drew and Jasmine,
Hannah Cider,
Yeah.
Ale Sharpton, Siren a Sound or Siren a Stout.
Mhm.
It just
Giant
goes on and on.
Jones.
Giant Jones.
Not
Well, they're
not
not
black,
black,
but
but
yeah.
queer as fuck. Oh yeah, that's when we had Jessica Jones on, and she's not only did she school us on like chemistry and beer, she took us to fucking school on her like whole like organic thing. She
Mhm.
told us like she literally told us like she didn't hold back. Like if y'all wanted to replicate Giant Jones, go back and look at that video because she said it. Also, oh Ren Melanated Muri, which I could never say right. Uh, Ren's been on numerous times. Ren is
That's a good
love that
dude,
guy.
man.
Oh, Giant Jones. Giant Jones is one of my worst interviews, Doug. Actually, yeah, I don't know. I asked a really insensitive trans question to her,
Um,
and I was schooled in a most wonderful way. Also, another gaff time for me was I don't know if y'all remember. You can go back the Whitney, the last Whitney Adams show. I like asked her the wrong question. I referenced the wrong movie, and Whitney cleaned it up like a professional that she is,
Yep.
and did not like act like I was like the horrible interviewer that I was in that moment. And it was just great. She's great. Just all the best for her. Doug, we had your friend from the food shows, Leanne Wong.
We had Liam Wong. That was quite a fun, and the only person ever folded laundry on our show.
Yes. And then again, we've had Amani on. We've had Daniel.
We've had Zach on for the second longest show. He no longer holds the belt.
Who holds the belt?
The Stout show that I wasn't part of.
Damn. And third might have happened recently, didn't it? We had a really long one recently.
Yeah, but it wasn't as long as that one because the
What was that
Stout
one?
show. No, the Zach one was like 3 hours and 40 minutes, and then there was one you said the Stout show was longer, and I wasn't part of that one.
Mhm. Right, but there was one recently. What was that one that we had that was
Yeah, there was one we were like three hours and 15 minutes. It was long.
yeah. It wasn't last week when
No, it was a week
Doug
before.
it wasn't last week when Doug didn't get the hint and fucking didn't do wanted the brewery logo for Sean to. Well, Sean did what he did.
Oh,
Y'all
that's
can
right.
go back and y'all can go back and see.
Whoops. Yeah, I want to see it because I want to hear the designer idea. I'm like, okay, maybe not.
Yeah, the narrator says we shouldn't have did that. Anything else, Doug? Any other memories before we get out of here?
Just like I said, I'm super thankful for everybody that hangs out with us and drinks with us and yeah, all that.
Oh, I got one. Remember?
Oh no!
Remember the intruder in the studio?
Oh, it was. I remember. Well, you mean when Zach was there and all of a sudden Whit Honey jumped in?
No,
That's the one I'm thinking of. That's the one I'm thinking of. Where Whit just showed up
that was
at Zach's house.
amazing. Yes, that was actually wow. That was
So
better than mine.
intruder? What intruder are you thinking of? What am I forgetting?
Remember when? Remember when Brianna gave the link to the studio to her people?
And the guy popped in like the podcast to the studio. Like, who the fuck is this guy? She was like, "Oh, my bad." I'm like, "Okay."
That was. Mhm. Mhm. All right, Doug. Oh, remember when Rick the Door was on and he told us about that cat that came into his house and wreaked havoc and his
Mhm.
wife was gone and he had to go to the hospital and it was this whole fucking event and he had to have shots and all kinds of shit.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What?
Charity, not charity. Charity. Sorry, I typed that very fast.
Wait, what's the charity show?
So he said that, and then we need to have a long ass show for charity for real.
Okay. Is Zach gonna do it? Is he gonna be the MC?
All I'm going to say is like that can't start at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I will never make more than 3 hours on that. We could have a Shardy show. It'd be just like the Oval Office. Please tell me. I know, Greg, you don't watch the news much. There's the thing where Trump basically shit his pants, and like the handler's like, "Everybody out!" Fucking God.
This is what y'all wanted. Why do? I don't know, Doug. I don't know what to say.
I don't know. I think we've said all we need to say. Just again, thanks everybody for hanging out with us, and we love you guys. And seriously, thanks for being with us for 7 years. 7 years.
Oh, 7 for sure. What are you doing?
Yeah. Started in 2019.
Yeah, next week we'll have Matt Pressberry, who is doing. He's an expat now. He ain't trying to fuck with this country. So that was
I don't blame him.
timing for that, isn't it?
Very much.
Enjoy your Black History Month. Kind of rough out
Read
there.
read Black authors, take in Black content, do all of that. Support them, please.